Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Stream of Chaos. My name is James, and I am the Game Master for today's game of RuneQuest, role-playing in Glorantha. This is the season finale of Season 2 of A New Hero, which is the introductory game that we use to teach the lore and mechanics of RuneQuest and show all of the exciting things that you do if you pick up the RuneQuest starter set or the RuneQuest core book and you want to dive into the game and the setting for yourself. I am joined, as I always am, by Dave and by Bridget, the wonderful cast, who I will get to introduce themselves in a moment. But first of all, I want to say thank you to Sirenscape, which is a fantastic tool that we use to improve our games. I also want to say that this is the last stream. I alluded to that previously, but this is the season finale. It's our last stream for the year. We will be back again next year, and we'll get back to you can see on Chaosium socials. We'll have all kinds of information about that. But in the meantime, wishing an excellent year's end to everybody, and hopefully we don't send you away with a brutal TPK to finish off this season of the adventure. It's not up to me. Speaking of which, though, let's get the cast to introduce themselves, because it's all up to the two of you, really. Bridget, do you want to start us off?
I was on mute yelling at you like, who's it up to, James? Who's it up to? Hi, everyone. My name is Bridget Jeffries. I am a Chaosium community ambassador, which basically means I am your first line of defense and your number one cheerleader and support delegator, broker, fancy words that I can't think of. If you're looking to create and publish content under one of our IPs, whether that is Call of Cthulhu, RuneQuest, 7th Sea, and very, very soon, Pendragon. So if you're looking to write, if you're looking to publish, if you're looking to get connected in with this awesome community of creators, feel free to hit me up. My email address is Bridget. That is a bridge that you walk across with 2 T's at chaosium.com. And tonight, I'm super afraid about dying. I feel like we have gotten really lucky. And I don't know if this is the end of the road, but I am playing Iratia, who is a warrior of Vinga / Orlanth. And right now she's definitely in over her head because she's questioning some of her decisions. And that is one of her biggest fears, is that poor decision making or indecisive decision making is going to cost people lives. So she's not doing super great right now. And Bridget is also scared out of her mind.
Okay, fantastic. Perfect. Thank you very much, Bridget. Dave, could you please do the same?
Yeah, g'day. I am Dave. I also work with Chaosium, and I am the keeper over on our ongoing Call of Cthulhu stream. Now, we have wrapped for this year, but the last episode for the season, when do we stream? We'll be going live tomorrow. That's right. So tune in, and if you haven't had a chance to, catch up, now is your opportunity to do so. We will be back in just a couple of weeks to wrap up our playthrough of the Oklahoma chapter, at least, in the Two-Headed Serpent. But for this week, I am playing Telos. I am a primarily ranged character who is completely out of his depth in what appears to be a very tight, cramped space with some kind of necromancer wizard. So this has gone poorly so far and can only go up from here. I feel good. I feel strong.
Bo is notoriously good in very, very close combat.
Yeah, that's
exactly the kind of thing you want to have. So let's do a quick recap of what's happened so far, really in the whole adventure, because we're kind of at a climactic point. So Telos and Iratia are two young heroes from a small village in the outskirts of Dragon Pass. Their village was involved in a couple of clan rivalries, and then these rivalries were interrupted by the arrival of a powerful undead being that had dived into the middle of a shared ancestral tomb for reasons unknown. Our heroes chased the undead being off into the upland marsh, which is the home of a large collection of undead. Inside, they met a Humakdi apprentice priest who was able to assist them and point them in the direction of the creature, and there was some crazy stuff with zombie dinosaurs and a bunch of weird centaurs, but we can leave that to the side. Anyway, our heroes have tracked down the Dancer in the Dark, the undead being, to a remote tower hidden away in the middle of the upland marsh, where they are now trying to confront them. It has been discovered that this Dancer in the Dark was interested in two heroes from the ancient past of the ancestral clans that Telos and Irecha belong to, because heroes are powerful in Glorantha, and they needed them. They need heroes for their evil work, and it just so happens that two heroes are in front of them right now, and if they don't agree to serve in life, then they will be made to serve in death. And yeah, that's about the lot of it. That's where we are. So, where we left things off last time, we were at the top of this tower. It's a room that is pretty much bare apart from hanging chains hooked in all directions. It seemed to form these spiraling runes, most particularly the Undeath rune as it's sort of laid about. Irecha, you had darted to the side and you were making a check where you were trying to intimidate the Dancer in the Dark into thinking that you were casting a spell to summon another air element.
I forgot about that.
You fool it into thinking that they had to deal with you. In reality, you're completely dry on rune points, so you had just started yelling. While Telos on the other side was using Command Cult Spirit to be able to take control of the rogue air elemental that you had unleashed into the room so that you could give it a little bit of direction. The Dancer in the Dark had just materialized. Again, this is a drifting ghost-like being. This one has taken the form of an older woman, perhaps in her mid-60s, very ornately dressed in these flowing robes that are dark and black and that seem to fade away into shadow at the edges. And she has arrived and began to strike at the air elemental. So we'll resolve all of that very quickly. We will jump into a new combat round. But first of all, there's a few things we have to go through, a little bit of housekeeping. So did you say something, Dave? Did you want to add? Or was that just
it was
lamenting?
It was a lament. Yeah, that's right.
All right. So the first thing I want to say is to both of you and to also our experienced RuneQuest audience, I have changed the standard stat block for Dancers in the Dark a little bit. So I've altered this fight. It's going to be a bit more boss fight-esque. There's going to be more stages and there's going to be a few added elements of danger. Because of that, you will see some changed effects. In Thrall in particular is going to be altered a little bit, but just flagging that up front for anyone who wants to follow along using their RuneQuest bestiary.
Oh,
now for the
I might do that.
Don't do that. You can't do that.
Oh, hey, all the numbers are written right here.
Exactly. Now, what we need to do is we need to roll an air elemental stat block, because you summoned an air elemental and we generated its power last time, but it also has hit points and it has strength.
Hot dog.
Huh.
Elements which are going to be very important because it's about to get hit by the Dancer in the Dark. So, Irecha, you are a strong woman, you are powerful, you are a warrior. I'm going to get you to roll its strength. Can you please roll for me 1d6 and we will add 6 to that to define its strength.
Oh, wow. 1d6 plus 6. This would be a 3, total 9.
Total of 9. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. It's got some element of strength. Tell us, you are a survivalist. You are hardy, and more importantly, you're desperate to lose a limb, so you can roll
baby.
1d6 plus 6 again.
Can't promise me things like that, Jim, and not carry through. I know on the White Ball campaign, one of the characters lost an arm like immediately and got a sweet nickname. Such this hasn't happened for me yet. So, what does this symbol mean? Is that like a infinite?
That's actually part of the Gloranthan illusion rune. You know, it actually means it's the worst possible. It has 7 hit points.
Shit.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
So 7 hit points and 9 strength.
Okay.
I need to get the rest of my dice very quickly because I've only got d6s. 1 sec.
It could be useful. Could be useful. So, at this point, amidst all of the swirling chaos of the buffeting chains, the Dancer in the Dark materializes, and it is going to appear and immediately dive in to try and attack this elemental. As soon as it arrives, when you see it move, you can tell that it is different from a lot of the enemies that you have fought before. Previously, and particularly in the Upland Marsh, you have been fighting things that are not super great at hitting you. They kind of are big dinosaur-y, zombie, undead thing.
Almost died like 4 times.
That's true, but when they get you, they deal a lot of damage, but they tend to be big, sweeping attacks.
Yeah.
The way the Dancer in the Dark moves, you can tell that she's very precise. She is very delicate. She knows how to fight, and she has years, decades, centuries possibly of experience mastering the combat and martial arts. So when she attacks, she's very good at it. The flip side is she deals less damage on an individual hit. So, let's get some rolls done. She is going to, first of all, jump and attack this air elemental. She's immediately going to roll a 008.
Okay.
Which is,
get those out of the way.
So she's immediately going to crit the thing. When she dives forward, you can see that her face mutates slightly. It sort of tears around and the flesh bulges out, and sharp fangs seem to appear that she uses to bite out viciously at this creature. This is actually a Arcu Steffens make a good point in chat. This is not a crit. This is a this is a special.
Oh yeah, I actually said that.
So used to Call of Cthulhu terminology. So when she dives in, she lands and is going to seize onto it. Dave, you are in control of the creature.
Yeah.
You can attempt to make a dodge check here if you would like.
I don't see dodge as like a...
That's a good point. Why don't you make for me a flat dexterity check? Basically, just...
I got bad news for you, Jim.
Yeah, I know.
Either.
We're going to assume some things here.
Well, why not? I mean, strength. Well, I could just use strength times 5.
Yeah,
I think that's what I've
fine.
seen before. Is just use one of the stats times whatever.
That's good. Let's go with that. Excellent.
Okay, great. Well, I've got a whopping 7, so 35. Yep. Fail.
Okay. In which case, tries to sort of weave out of the way. This thing is made of wind, so it can kind of disperse. But as the shadowy figure bites in onto it and lands, you can immediately see that the wind starts to falter and bluster. Whatever magic is holding it together starts to dissipate slightly. There is a great deal of immediate damage that is dealt. I'm going to track the air elemental's hit points. You're commanding it, but you don't have a precise understanding of what exactly is going on. It isn't wiped out in one hit, but what you notice is that the Dancer in the Dark does not let go. She hits it, and then she stays attached to the thing, and you can see that the air starts to waver as if she's possibly absorbing some kind of power or strength from it.
Wow.
Shit.
So, let's jump up to a new combat round. This is the state of play. Chains still whipping around everywhere. These could be useful, could be a hindrance for you. At this stage, any hindrance that they would cause is being interrupted by the air elemental, which is still alive. I rate you have basically scared this creature slightly. It is convinced that you are about to summon another one, so its eyes are flicking towards you. What is everybody's statement of intention? What would you like to do?
Move forward and hit it with my battle axe. I have that held and a shield. That's going to move me in. Actually, I might cast spell too, because this could go a little bit longer. Okay, I'm adjusting slightly, sorry. I'm going to cast coordination, move forward, and whack it.
Cast coordination, move forward, and whack it. What strike rank is that going to bring you to?
I'm doing the math now. It's going to vary if I succeed the coordination or not. I think I'm going to move in at about, I'm going to be out like 8 or 7.
Okay. Bridget, what would you like to be doing?
She can't stay and play in this hallway anymore, and she felt convincing. So at this point, she's gonna have to move in and attack it. So it'd be a move in. She's gonna drop protection on herself and attack, which I'm completely out of rune magic, but I do have a handful of spirit magic left. We did figure that one out. We audited that in between games. I think that's going to put me on a strike rate 9, babe, from what I can tell.
Excellent. While you are making your decision, it appears to you that the Dancer in the Dark is torn between finishing the air elemental or rushing to you to interrupt you from being able to get done your spells. If you want to hard commit effectively to staying out of the room, if you don't want to rush to engage, it's going to try and get towards you. But you may just want to, at this stage, sprint in and attack.
I can alter that with. Really? I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm stretching things here. You know, it's glancing at you. There's a look between the two of you. I don't want to steal the success that you had last session with your intimidate. So feeding into it, if you'd like to continue down that path, you did. It was a good idea. It did work correctly. I don't want you to just have to abandon plan and rush in. If you want to double down,
no, listen, I'm committed. If you're gonna throw me that type of bone, I'm going for it.
It does mean that like you won't be sprinting in to fight it. Do you have anything else you want to be doing? Do you want to cast some buffing magic? Do you want to?
Yeah, we'll just drop the buff from the hallway and reinforce the idea that she's getting ready to throw another one of these things into the room. So she'll start chanting the same chant that she went through when she summoned the first one.
Okay, so you're just doubling down. You're not actually casting any buffs on yourself. Okay, in which case I'll get you to go in earlier, and we'll get you to make a secondary intimidate check.
Okay. On 7 game, I did the math.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The Dancer in the Darkness is going to deal as much damage as it thinks it can to this air elemental, and then rush to engage Iracha, and we'll sort of keep things a little bit flexible based on the outcome of the upcoming intimidate roll. What would you like the air elemental to do, Dave?
I guess chuck it away. Get out of here.
All right. Just buff it, blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hold.
Fantastic.
I mean, I think it's pretty. I don't know how much health it's lost, so.
It's been significantly weakened. That was a devastating hit.
I mean, if it immediately runs away, it's providing close to 0 value. Let's have it keep its attention. Oh, sorry, are you intending to draw it towards you? Is that your hope?
Yeah. Because the room has a change, right? So once that air elemental goes, that room reactivates, correct?
Yeah. I guess in that case, I'll have the air elemental try and disengage and keep the chains from smacking us too much.
Okay, that's totally fine. That's pretty good, because air elementals, the way that they work, they pick up their enemies and drop them as a standard attack.
Damn theme in this game.
Unfortunately, this air elemental is pretty small, and the Dancer in the Dark is a little too big for it to easily be able to manipulate. So we could work out some things that kind of buffers with air and all that stuff, but if it's just going to disengage, that works perfectly. So let's start off with Iracha. Can I get you, please, to make an intimidate check for me? We're in a new session, so everybody's augments in terms of passions and runes are going to be set to base.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
So if you would like to decide to augment, I recommend a combat skill. Now's the time.
Okay. No augment right now. She hit a 25 under 61, so just a regular success, I believe.
Okay, that is absolutely perfect. You continue to yell, to chant, to cast the spell. Pseudo cast the spell. You're not actually doing it. And
empty calories, baby. Empty calories.
Celery casting.
Right.
Oh my god.
Other way around. Empty calories.
Other way around. Yeah.
Well, it kind of works here because you don't bring an ally to the field. You reduce what the enemy does. It decides it doesn't want to finish off this air elemental because you're about to bring another one that it hasn't horribly damaged, and with two on the field, the chains are going to become an issue for it. Instead, kind of rushes forward, and you are once again hearing these echoed, layered on top of each other's words, insults, cries in several languages at this point, as the beast rushes towards you, Iracha, but not before you get to it, Telos, arriving in on a strike 7, including the movement across to it. Yep. You were going to. Did you already factor in movement across to it, or? Okay, brilliant then.
Yes, if I succeed this power roll. Otherwise, my coordination is not increased, and I will need to move. I presume only 3 meters for the first sprint. Otherwise, I'm on 8.
Sure.
That's going to wobble it. So first of all, power to cast coordination. doing a lot of spell casting. That's a success. I'm going to reduce my magic points by 2.
Can you give us a reminder of what your spell casting process looks like?
Yeah, boy. With a beast, I guess it was all dark and whatnot, right? So I think with, supernatural alacrity, tell us what comes charging out of the darkness, hunched over low, and, inches from 4 feet, 4 limbs on the ground.
Yep, all 4s. And the one that isn't is the one holding the axe.
I got the shield now. It's like sort of hunched over charging. Very animalistic. Okay, I am gonna augment. Here's the thing, I've managed to get myself out of damn near every rune in the course of this adventure. So my 2 gimmies, being Death and Darkness, are both currently locked out. Fire is associated with my bow, but not my hand axe, so that's not gonna work.
Remember, you always have the option of trying to use a passion to...
Yes, that's where we're looking now. They're all a little tenuous.
Your classic would be this
Beast.
Charging your... Okay.
Yeah,
Beast.
the battling one feels like a
Yeah.
gimme a lot of the time. Yeah, I want to use Beast. And we'll, be playing out the rest of this in a very me hit manner.
Excellent.
That is going to be a success, only barely. So I'll mark that as a success. And that was augmenting my hand axe skill. So plus 20 for that for the remainder.
Can augment your hand axe skill by 20% as you rush forward and make an attack against this thing. It is going to make a dodge check against you.
Truly suck at melee. All right, so this brings me up to, so I'm normally at a base 45% with my battle axe. My skill gives me an extra 5%, so that brings me to 50, and then the invoked rune gives me a further 20, so I'm rolling under 70%.
All right. Before you roll,
yes.
when you arrive next to the creature and you go to swing down towards it, you can see it lean and cat-like to match your beast rune, jump away, but something deep inside you suddenly freezes up. Looking at the dancer in the dark this close, beholding it, you feel a ingrained instinctual terror. There's something deeply wrong that just goes through your entire body, and every instinct fires at you, telling you to run. Mm-hmm. This is the Dancer in the Dark's Enthrall ability, and it fires automatically at the beginning of the round, but put it to here. It's only going to happen once, and I've altered it a little bit, as I mentioned, but I need you, please, to make for me a power check to try and resist this instinct to flee, to just get the hell away.
It's under power?
Yes, this is just it is a power times 5 check by you, and yeah.
Okay, I got power 12, so under 60. 89.
89, not great. So you've got to contest this with its charisma.
Is it an opposed roll or the table-y?
No. This is sorry. The exact mechanic is.
I don't know.
Apologies. It is a. I looked it up. You both make a check. I forget the. Okay, I get opposed rolls and contested mixed up. And she's going to succeed.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Yeah. So, as you get close and you arrive right at the Dancer in the Dark, your heart starts beating faster and faster and faster, and you find at this point your body isn't cooperating. You can't strike with enough strength. You can't bring yourself to properly attack. What we're going to do is functionally, you are going to halve your hand axe value. And when you make the attack again, you can attempt to overcome that feeling, but at this stage you are terrified. You can't get through the psychic barrier that has been put up.
When I succeed the attack or when I make the attack, I can reattempt?
The next time you make it. So next round.
Each round, basically I reattempt until I shake it. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of talked about the stench of, undeath and stuff being a bad time for me. So I think, with my nostrils flared and filled with this thing, it's the fight or flight kicks in, and I'm trying to manually override into fight.
Yeah.
It's like flight or flight. No, that's not right. Fight.
Yeah, you could take freeze, you could take faint.
Fight or flight.
All right. I'm going to roll under 35 for my attack.
Okay.
I do succeed. That's a 12, so that's a success,
All right.
but it gets to
God.
counter whack.
You clench your hand axe tight. The grip digs into your palm, but you manage to swing instinctually at this stage like a frightened animal, literally, as you swing out. Notably, the Dancer in the Dark does not attempt to parry you. She is not holding a weapon. She is light, she is lithe, and although she has these, fangs, she's not trying to grab and bite at you as a way. She is trying to dodge. So,
Okay.
just trying to get out of the way. She is. That is insane. I need to camera down at that. She is going to roll a 100. How fantastic
Good
is
for
that?
her.
Did not expect you to be able to even remotely break
shit.
through. I'm sorry, that was a terrible point down of the camera.
Worth it. Worth it.
My God, so contested roll.
Okay,
That is going to be then a critical attack versus a fumbled dodge.
No, it's a normal attack. It's a normal attack.
Oh, it's a normal attack, right? Yeah, sorry. Critical attack versus a fumbled dodge.
No,
which
normal
means,
attack versus fumbled dodge.
I keep saying this wrong thing. I know what you mean.
Okay.
Normal fumbled dodge.
Because I roll
versus-
normal damage, and then they take the damage and roll on the fumbles table.
Oh my God, fumbles.
Oh,
this
wow.
back-
That's a little bit of
If
fun.
this in the
Good for her.
yeah.
Good for her. I'm so happy for her.
Basically, tries to get away and jumps into it.
Just like that, all dramatic terror was washed away. We're gonna punch you in your own house and chuck you out your.
At least
your
this
roof.
thing has some things that's going to keep it interesting. Anyway, please roll for me a damage, Dave.
Done. 6.
6. What hit location?
Oh yeah. So 6 points is all right for me. I'm a D8 plus 1. To hit location 1. I feel like that
Hit
is a
location
leg.
1, right leg.
Yeah.
You're telegraphing here. That's the one you wanted to lose. 6 points of damage. It bites and strikes true. This creature does not have armor, and when you land in, there's no
Just like
spray
me.
of blood. It's an undeath situation, but you see leaking out shadows and mist and smoke. And as I mentioned last session, the smoke is sort of coalescing, it's drifting off, it's joining the chaos of the swinging chains, and it's drifting downstairs. Multi-stage fight is pretty
sweet.
evident at this point. More importantly, let's get some interesting tables up. Dave, do you want to roll for me a D100?
Oh,
and
yes,
this
please.
is going to be on the fumble table.
12. I feel like higher is worse.
No, that's still pretty good.
Okay.
They are going to lose their next attack and their next parry. They don't parry, so they can still dodge, but they stagger down, which means that as they charge forward, they are going to hit you, but they kind of bounce into you, and they'll lose their
that's
attack
great.
against you this round.
Oh, I'm so happy for her. Good for her.
This is perfect. So you've just escaped
Man.
one attack at this point. The air elemental bursts up. It continues to attack the chains. Normally at this point, Telos, they would grab you. They would try to isolate you. They would be dragging you back. They would be hampering your ability to use your hand axe further, which you really can't afford.
No, I
The
cannot.
Dancer in the Dark is not able to make her strike against you, Aracha, which means we go back up to the commencement of a new combat round.
Okay.
And statements of intention.
Okay.
This time, starting to suspect that she's been fooled, the Dancer is going to lunge and try and bite your neck, Aracha.
It's messed up.
Well, that's disrespectful.
Uh,
Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
So what I know, I'm a little hampered at the moment because I'm terrified. And I also know, well, I don't know how much this is metagaming or whatever. I think I've seen the opening, and I know Irate does a bigger whack than me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm already on her fours. I'm gonna suddenly barrel forward into the back of her knees and attempt to buckle her. Can I give plus 20%? Can I like assist Iracha on her roll? Because she's gonna get a free hit, no parry. I'm thinking we juice that up the gills, and you just see if you can like crit her into the next stage. Send her through the floor into the next phase of the battle. It'll be sweet as.
All right,
Cinematically, that's so dope.
I'll be specific.
Yeah.
So the Dancer in the Dark won't parry. The Dancer in the Dark will always dodge. That's how she works.
Sure.
Okay.
The Fumble, she's lost the next attack and parry. She's not lost the next attack, parry, or dodge. That is a different Fumble result. Okay. So she can still dodge. That said, if you attack, every attack that lands is going to reduce the Dancer's dodge percentage by 20 points. So that's going to make sense. That would just happen if you attacked. If you forgo your attack and decide to just be effectively assisting Iracha mechanically, what we'll say is you can still get the 20% reduction to dodge, and then you can also provide a 20% bonus to Iracha. That means that you are giving up your chance to be able to do any damage, and since the Dancer in the Dark dodges, it's a little safer to do because you don't have to worry about getting suddenly spun around and yeeted by a weapon. But you might want to put all of your eggs in one basket to buff Iracha.
That's pretty strong. Can I give her the plus 20% on the assist? Can I roll? I've got the kick skill. Can I roll that to try and break that? It's not going to do any damage, but that's just to reduce her dodge with the 20%. It's what you gave me. I just think we got just kick her in the back of the legs to take her out.
Yeah, you can roll kick. Sure, roll kick.
I want to tick this. I'm eyeing fist and grapple right now, right after tick all of these. It'll be sweet as. So I will do that.
Immediately just gonna check that kick doesn't have any extra things, but yes, get me your think of your strike rank for me, and also think of what you would like to do in your with your air elemental. Iracha, what is
deal with the chains?
Cool.
Ooh. I will roll a bunch of dice, so I'm not like spending a lot of time on it, but she is going to augment her broadsword right now with the movement rune, which feels really good for impulsiveness and reckless for that decision she made with the whole let's try to pump fake this monster out of the room.
Yep.
And then we are going to go on strike rank 8, it looks like, if I drop protection and then just go for a whack.
Okay, fantastic. So casting protection yourself to bolster your armor and then trying to swing at it. You're also going to
you're going to want a power check for that, aren't you?
Augment your attack. Yeah, we'll do it when you get to your turn though. Strike rank 8, you are going to go before the Dancer in the Dark. Which means that the air elemental goes first. It continues to buff it around. The chains are starting to like get knotted at this point, tangled like hair, and you can actually see. I just thought of this then, but why not? The hair of the Dancer in the Dark seems to be mimicking and like sort of the smoke like threads as it comes out, twisting.
Dope.
It's very much just us coming into their house, just like smacking shit off shelves. Like, is that irritating? That irritating? Was that where that goes? Does that go on the ground now?
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Why do you have so many chains in here, you weirdo?
It's gonna bite you, and you'll feel real silly after that.
Hey Jim, if I kick, so I come in on strike rank 6 for kicking. Does this magical effect appear to be the enthrall? Is this extending to my kick as well, or is it just hand axe, or where are we at?
Oh, that's a good point.
I imagine it will be all of them.
It should be all of them, but I do kind of love the idea that you're not able to hit, so you just go screw it. Maybe
it's because I'm not going for damage. It's plus 20%, which will just about negate.
I like it. Yeah, take a plus 20% to your kick.
Yeah, awesome. And I'm just trying to bait her into dodging it, so
you're still halving, but you're taking plus 20% after that.
Very
so
cool.
Kind of bonk.
I'm on strike rank 6.
All right, you are going to be going after the air elemental, so the air elemental continues to block the chain. Strike rank 6. Telos, you come in. Please give me a kick check.
Okay, 30, 45, 65 halved to 32. 31. Taking it.
So petty. I love it.
So deal no damage, but reduced her dodge rate as she tries to tumble out of the way.
Excellent. So you see the Dancer look towards you. She is going to attempt to dodge.
Oh, sorry. And do I make another enthrall roll, another power roll?
Yes, you will, because you were given the opportunity to do so. So please make that check for me. I just want to say on the dodge, the dancer rolled a 001. So these dice are clearly. I literally rolled a 100 into a oh my god, into a crit. That's insane.
Very funny. Dice is. I failed my power roll, so I'm still terrified. I think I'm on the ground. We made that first lunge at it. Now we're trying to get teed up for a rate. I think it's like all but falling back and is lashing out at this thing as I'm also just trying to disengage from it a little bit. But next time I'm going to smack it.
Perfect. So the Danger in the Dark is able to easily nip away from your clumsy, terrified kick. But in doing so, it does open itself up to a second hit. Rachel, let's go to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
It was accurate.
I just have this mental image of Telos on all fours, like biting at the back of her ankles. And I don't know why, but that is really amusing me and my soul right now.
If I get the claws out next time, I'm going to do that. That's very funny.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
So what I need for you, first of all, is you're going to cast protection on yourself. So a power check.
All right, guys. So she's rolling under 70, I believe, on power. And this is going to be a 94.
No.
Oh dear. Okay, so you attempt to cast protection on yourself. The magic does not fire, so you gain no additional armor at this point. This isn't going to provide any additional effects beyond wasting the magic points that you do.
That hurt too.
Although we do know that the Dancer in the Dark is a little vampiric, so it might be going after them. So reduce your magic points accordingly.
That hurt, guys, because she was going to put 2 points into that.
Far out.
That hurts a lot. Okay.
And we will then go through. So you fail the spell, grit your teeth, make a swing with your broadsword.
Yeah, we're going to augment with the movement rune.
Here we go.
Which should be a 75. Oh God, Jesus, what's going on with my dice? I rolled a 75.
Oh, that's a success. That's exactly.
Do you have to meet it? Are we okay? Jesus. That
is perfect. That is very, very close, but well done.
It's way too close.
Okay, so why do you think it's right on the edge? Why do you think that the movement rune is so conflicted for you, but ultimately does pull through?
I think it's going to be 100% because she lost focus on that last spell. She was there. She was ready to drop protection. She was ready to drop everything into it to boost herself, to armor herself, and that actually fizzled in her hands. Like she could see that not come to fruition in her hands. So probably just her connection with the rooms around her right now. Insecurity probably got her on that one. Performance anxiety. We'll call it that.
Not feeling so good. Magic refusing to cooperate.
Right.
Brilliant. All right. So you did succeed the augment though. So that is plus 20% to your broadsword.
Okay. Am I adding anything else from Telos too?
Yes, and you're adding an additional 20% from Telos, and more importantly, this thing's dodge is going to be reduced by 20%. So you're going to add a total of plus 40 to this roll.
Okay. Well, the good thing is she can't fail it. That's always a win.
So you succeeded the terror thing, right? The enthrall or whatever.
Oh, yes, sorry. No, we haven't done that. Thank you for the reminder, Dave. So you are locked in. Your weapon
for ourselves.
Your hand is gripped around your sword. You swing powerfully, and as your muscles start to tense up, suddenly they cramp. Suddenly you are looking at this thing, and this is an eldritch instinctual fear. This is something that is just put at the base of your being. Make for me a power check. I'll make a charisma check.
56 under 70, just a regular success.
Okay. It also got a regular success, which means that these are going to match and these are going to be a tie.
Oh, thank God.
The enthrall is quite powerful. I'm afraid I'll rule in favor of the dancer here with a tie. Technically, you kind of continue the roll again. But we're gonna pull forward for the dancer here, so I will get you to halve your score, unfortunately.
Okay. Divided by 2. Let me write this down for the time being. Okay, she hit with the half score. She hit a 17 under 61.
17
Probably would have been a
Okay.
special at her original score.
It definitely
would have been a special.
would've.
Very true. Okay.
61 total. Okay.
And here we go. Dodge comes in. Dodge is going to just straight fail, even without the extra. So yeah, no, that's great. You are going to land a successful strike. Please roll for me a d20.
Strike. Well, 9 is what I hit on the d20.
A 9. Okay.
A 9 on the d20. Yeah.
9.
And then 10 points of damage.
Oh,
9.
nice.
Oh my god. 9 dealing 10 points of damage. That is so. 9 is the abdomen. And you strike in with a brutal hit, abdomen being one of the spots that has the most health on a creature, but you power in with this. Is it a stab or slash? What are we looking at?
Oh, she's losing spells. Her brother's biting at the back of this thing's ankle right now. It's probably going to be one of those feral stabs. Definitely a stab.
Okay, completely feral stab, and you land directly in the center of this thing's stomach. It looks towards you once, and then disappears suddenly, appearing as smoke that billows through the room. The chains all at once go limp. They stop struggling, and the smoke billows down. You can feel an absence of the evil suddenly permeating this top floor, and you can feel it gathering down below. The abdomen had 8 points of health. You've
Holy
gone straight
shit.
through it. It's not going to hang
Easy
around and
peasy.
struggle here at this point. It's going to move to its next stage. So downstairs, you hear sound coming, you know, the gathering of the smoke, but then you also start to hear rattling and the shaking of like planks and chains. I will remind you that down below was the surgery room that was
Yeah,
filled
the
with
worst
all of the
one.
half-finished beasts and bodies and bits. The Dancer in the Dark is now down there, affecting their power around them.
Well, let's
So-
get on with it. Charge straight
Two of
down.
you run straight down?
Yep. I ain't
Well, I have a
losing
quick
these
question
buffs.
before she does.
Yes.
Is there a rune quest equivalent to psychoanalysis or reassurance or anything where I can shake the fear effect off of Telos? Is that a thing? Is there a role I can do?
I would
Alright.
instinctually say orate. Yeah, absolutely. So you can make an orate check to. So psychology would be insight. That's trying to tell what's happening. But to inspire, to bring out like bravery in somebody, I think orate would be the one. So you can turn around if you would like to make a rousing speech at this point.
Yeah, I think if that sword plunges through her, she dissipates in the mist and falls down. Her brother, that image is going to stick with me all the way into 2023,
I'm
guys.
just listening.
Telos is on the ground, like fucking
Feet.
with the back of her heels and behind her knees. I think two things stand out to at least irate you in this moment. One, Telos has been acting spooky, uncomfortable, unsettled since we walked into the tower, and that's very unlike him. That has been something that's been like slowly ticking away at her own confidence, and whatever it is that he's doing with this axe and on the ground is not the brother that she knows. So I think she's gonna fall to her knees at this moment and grab him on either side of the face, and versus a rousing speech, she is just gonna look him dead in the face, eye to eye, and go, I need you right now. Please tell me you're with me.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Make an orate check for me.
You better not fuck this up.
Come on. No.
Either real good or really bad.
I've got to guess.
That's an 83 over her 64.
Ah. Tell us what's
Best
your response.
ideas, honey.
What do we see in your eyes as
I mean,
as
I've invoked the base rune at the moment, and as you said, this is quite unlike Telos. It's normally the like take everything one bit at a time and plan it out and go in with the best thing. The problem is I am so out of the element here. The only thing Telos can think is press the advantage, and I think like it's basically like not like fully shoving you off, but it's, you know, pushing RH out of the way and growling something about we only have one chance, let's not let up now, and then fully sprinting down the stairs as fast as he can with the air elemental rushing straight behind him, giving a cool little billow effect. And I refuse to yield this. Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Iracha, moment of regret. Do you follow along? Do we see anything from you?
Yeah, I think she's going to feel heartbroken in that moment when she's in the room by herself, and she's going to pull herself up to her feet. She's going to look out of the window because she knows that the sun is setting and she knows that more are coming. And I think this is going to be one of those moments where she actually feels real hopelessness right now, because if Telos isn't with her, they're not going to survive this. And then she's going to go sprinting after him.
All right, downstairs, down to the second floor. You sprint down the broken staircase and you emerge once again in this surgery suite where the strange abominations that the Dancer in the Dark was creating are built. You can once again smell the harsh chemical scent. It's different from the first floor, the alchemical laboratory, where the chemical scent is, heady and all these strange and surely explosive concoctions. Instead, here it's much more cleaning, purging. The various bodies and bits of bodies that were on slabs and tied to the walls, things like that, have started to shake and jitter, and they are all moving as one. Those with limbs enough to get around are trying to break free. So they are going to attempt to join the fight, but it's not going to be a given that they immediately are able to. I have one last question for you. Tell us, you're pressing the advantage. I assume you don't stop to buff or anything like that. You've already got coordination up.
My intent is to keep the ones I've got going. Yeah.
Brilliant. You keep running. So, Aracha, if you're joining Tellus, you're not staying. The option would be you could stay and get a second's rest to do some casting, but you don't. If you had, the Dancer in the Dark would have had time to start releasing some of the creatures. Instead, it is going to manage to reform all of the smoke that forms it, coming into this spiral that materializes just as you burst at the top of the stairs, and it looks up to see you, and once again snarls and readies itself.
Aha, mistake.
Statements of intention. Dancer in the Dark is going to take its time. It's going to go and strike rank 12. Run over and release one of the creatures, and then it is going to sprint forward and attempt to attack whichever of you has become closest to it and engaged it.
Okay.
It will prioritize, if it has a choice, you, Iracha, because you just stabbed it in the belly.
All right. Should have stated smoke, you stupid demon. Tellus is gonna go bounding down the stairs, do one of those sick ass little wall run things right when he gets to the bottom, and then go, there's like tables and shit, right? I think almost carried 100%. By the air element, so he just goes whipping across those, getting faster and faster. I'm just gonna run in and hit it with my axe as hard as I can. And I guess the air elemental, any chance I could justify it assisting me a little bit, it gives me a little bone ski.
It's basically forming up around you and kicking you up. So when you jump and do the wall run, it is defying gravity entirely as you swing through.
Sweet.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, yes. What's your strike rank for that going to be?
6 plus any movement that I might need to make.
Okay. Maximum that's going to hit is 8. So
5 plus
that's
movement,
fine.
Actually, because I've got.
Okay, yeah. Right. Maximum that's going to hit is 7 then. Aracha.
So she moves down, just so I can clarify. The same image of the dancer that she saw upstairs is the same one she's seeing downstairs, correct?
It has reformed downstairs, yeah.
It is reformed downstairs, but it's analogous. It's the same thing she saw upstairs.
Hasn't gone from crone to mother or anything.
Right.
No.
Daughter on the lowest level.
Unfortunately,
same form.
No. This is not a spirit. It's a spirit creature as such, but this isn't a representation. This is literally one being. This is the form that it holds. But I'll tell you what, I love so much the idea of it morphing. God, I should have thought of that. So throwing in a little bit of something. When it reforms, it's clear that the dancers in the darkness use some kind of energy, some kind of magic, some kind of force of will to maintain their ethereally beautiful humanoid appearance. And that will is being stressed a bit. It's being sized, and the illusion is starting to break just a little bit. Maybe bits of the flesh of the perfect smooth porcelain face are just gone, wisping, and you can see teeth in between. The skin is starting to, which usually should be smooth, is becoming strangely see-through in some areas with veins bulging out and bits of wrinkled areas. The illusion is fading. The strength is going.
Can I have a little turn too? You said that because
Please.
in the upstairs one, the hair was like the chains or whatever, like it was representing. I wonder if you get down here and now it's all these caged undead things. You get like her bones rattling inside her own body, like the teeth trying to escape a little bit. You can see like the twitch and jump as her own body tries to force out.
That is awesome. That is such a good idea. Wow.
I feel like you guys run horror. You guys run horror. You guys ever heard of this system called Call of Cthulhu? You guys would be great at it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna run the. Well, I'll just hit you with my ideas for the third floor when
I'm
we
excited
get
to get
to it.
there.
And
Yeah,
we can
well,
jam out. We can
this
get
is a
some
great
really
time.
cool scenes.
Can't wait. I hope there's a
Holy
fourth
cow.
floor, stage 4.
Jesus, it's like you guys do this professionally or something.
So, now, with the skin faded, bits of strange flesh bulging, you're running in, wall running, jumping, lifted up by the air elemental. Iretia, as you stand at the top of the stairs, what's the plan?
Yeah, so she's gonna run down, and once she sees this thing, if Telos isn't gonna think for her, she's gonna have to think for herself. And what she's doing is an apples to apples, oranges to oranges comparison. When she was fighting the undead, the arms were some bullshit and the legs were some bullshit, but the things that worked were the head and the chest. What seemed to work here was the abdomen. So she's gonna drop to strike rank 12 and target the abdomen on this creature. If it looks the same,
yes.
she's gonna apples to apples, oranges to oranges.
Okay, strike rank 12. All right. Brilliant. The first person to go is going to be Telos. Midway through the dancer in the darkness, rushing forward, heading towards a table where these heavy iron clamps are laid over a creature that is kind of writhing, trying to get up. She reaches for it. You intercept her, leaping through the air with this massive strike. And now, of course, as you're flying through the sky with not a great way to pull back, your heart starts pounding faster and faster. Time seems to slow down, and all you can see is this face of death. It's wisping apart, it's broken, but it is still somehow utterly both beautiful and terrifying.
Yeah, it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
All right, you just gotta send it. I'm rolling my power roll.
Please do.
There's a success.
That is a success. Okay.
Straight. Success
Going to make against the Dance in the Dark's charisma. We have established that it is falling apart, but I'm not going to reduce his charisma because that's also spookier, so I think it's equally enthralling. Once again, this is going to be a success to a success. So we are going to once again you favor the dancer as you come through. You're going to halve your skill, but you can add plus 20 from the assist from the air elemental.
All right, plus 20. I was at 70, so I'm going to be at 90 now, halved to 45.
All right.
Okay.
Bonk.
All up to the rolls.
43. So that is a success. Get that up. Yeah.
The rolls have landed in your favors, but it hasn't been by much. It's been like on the cusp, and all of your special, your massive hits have been taken away. Yeah. The dancer glares at you, attempts to hold you back with the force of its charisma, sees that you're still coming.
Momentum.
Attempts to dodge, and is going to land exactly what it needs to dodge.
Oh, yeah.
On the money. So that is a successful dodge.
All right.
Against a successful strike, you swing down, and it manages to avoid the blow, I'm afraid.
Yep.
You land on the ground, skid, turn as Iretia comes barreling down the steps. We're going to prioritize player action over NPC action, since you're both landing effectively on strike rank 12. And you go sprinting over and engage, swing at the dancer with all of your strength.
Do I need the contested enthrall power thing again?
Yeah, you can make it again.
Okay, so I'm rolling under a 70, and she hit a 36, it looks like. So we're at least okay there. No, we're not. It's opposed.
It's opposed, but the dancer fails this time. So can you describe to me how your courage kicks in and how you are able to overwhelm this threat? What burns in your soul and gets you going?
You know what it is? I think it's just pure hyper focus. There's nothing sexy about this at all.
Yeah.
Her brother has effectively abandoned her, at least emotionally, in this moment, and it's just pure hyper focus. Because the one thing she's thinking is, how many more times can this damn thing do this? Can it do another 10 times, another 12 times? Is there something else we need to be doing? How many times can we cycle through this mist and move? So there's nothing sexy. It's just she can't be spooked because she's so singularly focused on going at this thing's abdomen.
All right. Fantastic. I love it. And you charge forward with your aimed shot. Make for me your attack and use the full value. Did you imply that it was going to be over 100 last time?
Yeah.
That might have been with the assist from the kit.
That was with the assist from Telos. Yep. So with just the augment is still carrying over.
Augment's still carrying on.
So she's rolling under a 102 right now.
102. All right.
Yeah,
fantastic.
she's rolling over
So,
102.
For
She
what
got
it's worth, you
74.
will reduce the dancer's dodge by 2.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it.
Alright.
We'll take what we can get. She hit a 74.
Okay.
74.
So
That's a success. That's fine. Dancer
Oh, I don't roll
is.
that.
I also
Dancer
targeted
is
it
going.
previously, so
You
she's
did.
dodged
So it gets
before in this
reduced.
round.
Yep. All right. So the dancer rolled 9 below what it needed. So I was going to be, oh, you're so close. If you'd actually gotten a bit higher. But then with the negative 20, bang. That's actually
Bonk.
that I had completely forgot to factor that in. So yeah, this is going to hit. Called shot. Diving forward, ram straight into the abdomen. Please hit me with your damage again.
It's only 7 this time, and I don't remember what her stomach
Only
was.
7 this time, and that will not be enough to overwhelm the dancer. So you deal this horrible stab which catches and tears out a chunk of the dancer's side. She hisses. She's yelling in your head. You hear threats of pain. She will pay this back 1,000-fold. You have no idea what you will suffer in this world and the next. But for now, you're going to suffer immediately because she grabs at the clamp, she rips it up. This zombie launches up into the air and begins to stride forward. It was attempting to attack. It was just blocked, but now that it is no longer blocked, it is going to jump up and it's going to go for you, Telos.
Me?
While the dancer, it's going to go for you while the dancer goes for you, Irachia.
Is it another
Okay.
centaur?
No,
What guy
this is a humanoid zombie. This appears to be, at first glance, just a normal human, but you can see that it's essentially a blank canvas. A framework has been placed across it, where there are all kinds of bits missing that could be augmented with other kinds of creatures. But functionally, this is just going to be a zombie similar to the ones that you have fought in the past. When you were back in your
yeah, because this is actually everything else has been beast so far. So it's actually interesting that this is a human one.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
and this is also one of the bodies that was older as well, so it strikes forward.
She was keeping this for
All right.
a rainy day.
Telos will start with you. It is going to jump forward, and
It's
going
acting
to,
this round.
Yes, it's going to act this round.
Gotcha.
What is going to land in your favor though is that it does not have a weapon. It is just scratching, clawing, trying
luck
to
to you.
actively rip you apart. So it's going to make an attack.
I'm gonna parry.
Okay. Yep. Make your parry check.
Axe, which is still half. God damn it. 70 down to 35.
So your axe is going to be hard against the dancer, not against this zombie.
Oh.
Oh,
I feel
cool
good
mechanic.
about this one
Okay.
then. Okay. All right. So then 70. Fail. 74.
Fail.
Damn it. We tried.
Okay. So the zombie is going to come in and it is going to succeed its check. It is going to fall upon you. Do you want to roll a d20 for me to say where you end up taking the hit?
Now, am I remembering correctly that if you parry, you basically force it to go to the arm that you parried with?
I think that's only if it's a successful parry.
Okay, I tried to and it went, no. Yeah, fair cop. It's going to be 6.
Okay. Without the
Goodbye leg. Left leg.
Without the benefit of
maybe.
a weapon to increase its damage, it is not as lethal as if it tried to smash you with some kind of great weapon. Instead,
Okay.
it dives on, it seizes, you feel nails, which human nails shouldn't be this sharp, but
Gross.
somehow when they go all out and like are willing to lose several of them, getting chunked off and bite into you, it is. You can take 4 points of damage to your leg.
Can I reduce that by armor?
You wear armor on your legs?
Nope.
I think you did. You
I'm
can
on one
reduce it
health
by
left.
armor. It doesn't work. If you had protection,
Should have worn armor. Would have done heaps.
Oh, would have been fantastic. But you're not expecting to get into melee range very much.
That's a fact.
Yeah, look. And yet here it is happening again.
And yet here we are.
I don't think that excuse is going to get me so far.
Okay, fantastic. So meanwhile, the dancer is going to seize towards you, Iracha. It's going to dive forward, and it is going to attempt to do the same thing that it did to the air elemental. It is going to attempt to bite at you. You can make a dodge, or you can attempt to make a riposte. Well, a parry check.
Show parry.
Really terminology sneaking in there.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, show parry.
Parry, all right, it attacks. It's going to succeed. It is just going to miss a special.
Send math help, a 38 under 102. Probably just a regular success too.
Regular.
That's just a regular, not a special. Both of you
Okay.
are missing a special just ever so slightly, which means that
21's your special for that, or 20 or something like that.
Thank you for that. That'll help.
It's going to land onto your, so that is a normal attack versus a normal parry. This thing, once again, doesn't deal massive amounts of damage, so it kind of crunches into your arm, and it's trying to bite at you. It's trying to get a hold of you, but it doesn't have a good way to do it. What you do notice is that it didn't do it this turn because it was trying to free one of its zombie friends, but when it backs up and resets, you can see that it starts to kind of curl its fingers, and they appear to lengthen ever so slightly. Not like claws. They don't look dangerous. They look long and spindly. It just wants to touch you. It just...
I hate you.
Final thing, the rest of the creatures in the room are going to passively try to emerge. Rachel, you did a pretty cool parry. Do you want to make a strength? So just roll a D100 for me and tell me the result.
Yeah, sure
and
will.
this will be if some of the other zombies are joining.
More friends.
81.
81 is not going to be enough. So you can see one creature towards the side. It has been sort of impaled against the wall to keep it there, and it's trying to lever itself out. Another humanoid body, except it has the leg of what looks like, it's almost satyr-like, some kind of large hoofed animal as it's attempting to shove forward, but it doesn't get out. Back up at the top, statements of intention, please.
Ugh, she hates this room.
I'm gonna shove the zombie away, but I'm gonna keep trying to smack at the dancer.
Okay, you're going to ignore the zombie and you're going to strike at
just
the
attack the
dancer.
dancer. Yeah.
Zombie is going to try and attack at you again. Tell us.
It will try.
Dancer is going to go for you, Iracha. It's going to attempt to bite and touch you. It sounds kind of weird when you put it like that, doesn't it? No, it's gonna. It has a drain power.
It's not helping by a whole lot.
To your shoulder.
No, yeah, it's doubling down on the creep. I love it.
Yeah.
Ah!
Gross.
Oh, it's so good. I love it.
What is your plan?
We're gonna recycle. Let's
All right.
see if we can drop to
Full
strike
shot.
rank 12 and go for
Try it
the or
again.
12 and go for the stomach again. Yeah.
Okay.
If at first she
so
doesn't
flagging, that means that all the other enemies will get a turn before you, but you have selected your target and you'll have a better shot of making it. What strike rank are you coming in on? Tell us.
5.
5? Okay. Brilliant. So, battle begins again. I'm very happy for you, just FYI, with your air elemental to functionally be granting you an assist. Otherwise, let me just check the zombie.
This time, I think it'd be cool if it interposed itself between the zombie and I, and can draw its aggro or attention, or make it harder to hit me, or whatever. It's getting all up in its shit.
Sure. So, a couple of options for you. You pick the one you want. Option A, it can assist you, like I said. Option B, literally place itself in between you and the zombie. It'll take a hit for you. It'll probably die. It has 1 health for reference. Or if you'd like, you can send it away. That zombie that's trying to get through at the side is like pulling out the thing that's impaling it and getting close. The wind could slam it back in and trap it. You could functionally once again disable the additional spawning of zombies using it. Am I to understand you want to just block the strike?
Well, if it can just reduce that thing's attack roll, that'd be great. So it's still targeting me, but it's just being a pain in the ass and making it difficult for it.
Okay. All right.
James.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Quick question. There's no muscle mass. There's no blood. There's no weight to these things. Can this elemental actually pick up one of these?
Chuck it?
Can it just send the thing out a window or up to the
ceiling?
ceiling?
Send it back up to the chain room.
Let me check.
Or send it down to the next floor so we can deal with it later. There's windows in here, right?
Hit it to the ceiling and drop it for a round.
Yeah, let's. I want to do a chuck.
I'm doing some maths. I'll tell you what. Bridget,
do you have the creature's size? Because it's.
I do. Bridget, can you please roll for me? So normally, randomly generating the size of a human would be 2d6 plus 6. So this thing has been, first of all, no blood and anything like that, and a bunch of it has been taken out. So I'll tell you what. Let's go 2d6 plus 2. Right? So we'll do a reduction of 4, and you need to be able to match its size. So you need to get a final value of 9, which means you can roll a 3 and a 4, and you will be able to.
Babe, no bullshit. That's exactly what she rolled, was a 3 and a 4.
Okay, all right, fantastic. So it'll still have an opportunity to resist, but the zombie also isn't very smart. So it might just start trying to attack the air elemental, which it can do. It accepts that it will be thrown, but it could kill the air elemental in process. So are you happy to have it throw?
Yeah, sounds sick out. Let's do that.
All right. You are still going to go first, Teller, so let's jump in with you.
Power roll first. Whoop.
Yes, if you're striking at the dancer in the dark, you're going to attempt to remake your check. Really?
No, you didn't.
No, I don't think. I think it's 1 off. It's 98.
98.
And I think my power is not going to be a fumble because I don't want it to be, mostly.
Yeah.
Secondly, because I think the rules are in my favor.
Those are in important
60.
factors.
Yep, 1 off. Oh wait.
1 off? Yeah. Okay. You're fine.
My power is 60. Follow the thing along. 99 and 100 is fumble. Easy peasy.
The dancer succeeds, for reference. So it maintains. You were still scared. You were still going to halve your roll, but you can make it as per normal.
Shit. That's a success. Success 1.
Oh my god. All right. It is going to attempt to dodge. It is going to succeed the dodge roll. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was when you had the -2. No. It's got 75 dodge. It rolled a 74, so success.
I'm just teeing up
if you had
a rage here for the big hits.
Yeah. So once again, it evades, reduced by -20 though.
Yep.
Next, we're going to go to the air elemental, which is going to dive forward. It can attack. It can grab at the zombie. So you can. When an air elemental picks you up, you can choose to just attack it when it's around you in hopes to destroy it. You will still get thrown, but it can die. The zombie is not smart, so stuff gets around it. It just starts to whack at it in every direction. So it is going to accept that it is going to be thrown, but it is maybe going to be able to take out your air elemental. Tell us, can you make a D100 roll for me? You're looking for 35.
35.
This is for the zombie. Trying to be
68.
Okay, it's going to fail, in which case it's swinging wildly, just desperately trying to attack, but the wind is powerful enough to just be able to pick it up and throw it, or attempt to at least. You can still make, we're still going to need to make a contested check. Or does it just go through? Let me just double check.
Goes through the window. Get out of here.
No, it doesn't resist. So it doesn't resist. So you literally pick this thing up, the air buffets it through, and the tower is already on a slant. It gets fired straight out.
Hilarious.
Whips back around.
Hilarious.
Zombie doesn't attack you because it's been flung away. Don't worry, it'll come right back in for the bottom floor where it'll hit the snares.
Oh, double down.
And we now go across to the dancer, because it is not going on strike rank 12. It has sped itself up ever so slightly. Getting all my bookmarks in place. It's going to attempt first to bite you. Would you like to parry or would you like to dodge?
She's gonna parry again.
Okay. This one is going to be a special success.
Same.
Oh
no
my
shit.
God.
Yeah, she hit
Oh.
an 18 under that 10 whatever. I have 21 written on my sheet for special. She hit an 18.
Special attack versus a special parry. Same thing once again. You fend her off. She is damaging your weapon mechanically, but she is not dealing enough to be able to significantly
Jesus.
harm your sword
Can't
in any
drain
way.
blood from a, weapon, right?
From a
But-
weapon, yeah.
Blood from a stone.
As it bites, its hand comes swooping around towards
Oh,
the
those damn
side.
fingers. The touch.
The touch.
The touch.
Dodge or parry, factoring that your parry is going to be reduced now by 20% because it is making multiple attacks against you.
This is from the
it
touch.
from multiple attacks from the same creature? I think it's just from different ones. 'Cause I think
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I've
I'm
also-
not sure.
Yes.
I
That's
think
a good
that's
point.
in Call of Cthulhu at least. It's that if it's from the same creature, you don't stack, because otherwise you just have the one thing goes. And you die.
I'm going to double check
Oh.
that. While we are doing that, though, I will say that
just from
Arthur Staffen
different
has
ones.
clarified that it is just from different ones, so we'll go with that. So go with that. You are fine. In which case, Arthur Staffen has also clarified that a special at the special is 90 on the dancer. So yeah, the dancer has an attack skill of 90. In case you were wondering.
We've done
RQ is
the
a
math.
boss, dude. I love him so much. Jesus. Okay, what are you asking me for right now, babe? Am I gonna dodge or parry the
That's
fingers?
correct.
Right, the touch.
Yep.
What Bridget wants to do is dodge, but what this character is gonna do is just go for blood. So we're just gonna go do a parry again.
Sick.
Okay, fantastic. Let's do it. Touch comes in. Success for me.
Regular success here too.
I mean, once again, it's just the same thing. Hand comes through
Oh,
and you
thank God.
flip it away.
Trying to touch me, you weird ghost.
Slamming down, the hand kind of darts back. It's trying to get around you. You can feel whereas the teeth are sharp and deadly, the hand is ice cold, and you can feel that it drains the kind of energy of magic around it. With that, Bridget, please, it is your turn.
Okay. I will roll the opposed. I'm scared of it thing. God.
No, you don't need to. You succeeded. You succeeded last time. That has.
Oh, that carries. I don't have to do it
broken
every
through.
single round
You've
I
got-
attack it.
No, you are good now. You have overcome its enthrall.
Thank God, because that was an 80. Okay, so with this attack, I'm rolling at 50%. I don't think I did that last time, guys, just as an FYI. If I do a called shot or an aim shot, isn't it at 50%?
I think it's just
That
Is that
might-
the penalty?
That might, I believe that is the case. Let me just double check called shots, but I think that you do accept a
Or we're adding
Yeah.
I think also subsequent parries, it actually is minus 20% just for each straight parry. It does not matter where the attack.
I mean, I'll roll anyway to see if it matters.
I'll tell you what. We're rather than go in and dive into a bunch of rules, I'm just going to make some calls and we can refresh this afterwards. Roll this at half, and we are going to. You managed to parry it last time,
Okay.
and we'll continue based on those assumptions.
I'm with you. So at half is a 51 and she rolled a 21, so she would have made it at least
Nice.
if that rule is correct.
Okay, all right. So still
see if I
still
can
a
find what
success
we're doing.
then. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And then it's 1d8 plus 1d4 plus 1. I think it's her damage.
1d8 plus 1d4 plus 1.
Oh, okay. This was almost max. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12.
12
Nice.
damage. Okay, my god. So, stabbed into the abdomen again, and wrenched down this time. The creature sinks onto it, and the dancer in the dark looks up towards you, and you can see her turning into smoke as she goes to fade down and get away. This time, though, there is another look. There is a flash in her eye of fear as whoosh, she drifts down, heads to the bottom floor. Immediately, all of the zombies that were trying to get out stop moving. There was one outside. It would have kept hitting you if it was in the room. It is not. The air elemental bolsters back around you, and the two of you can share a look. Anything you would like to do, or is this a press the advantage moment?
Speed run. Let's get these buffs.
Okay. Gosh, she has to keep up with her brother. By the way, it is 50%. You drop down to strike rank 12 and it's 50%.
I checked that as well. And also for consecutive parries, it is reduced by 20% per parry, not per attack. So each time you do the same thing, it's going lower and lower.
And lower and lower. Got it.
Lower and lower.
Okay. Thank you for the clarifications. And
that's all right,
tell
Jim.
us. Yeah, that's it.
Don't sweat,
tell us. Do you oh dear. Tell us. Do you say anything to Rachel before you go running off?
I was double checking how long my magic lasts, because temporal is what, 15 minutes, is that right? Wait, that's fine, right? Like, we're not getting
You've got
close.
time. You will be able to hold it for the duration of the fight.
Okay, yeah, I mean, my instinct is still very much press the attack, so I have still yet to succeed the power thing, so I'm still bad.
Not in a good way.
Yeah.
All right, in which case, you go sprinting down, diving away, and whoosh. Rachel, I assume you're following?
Yeah, she's going to have to. At some point, like, as she's turning that corner, she's going to put her head on the wall, because she's like, we can't keep doing this, we can't keep doing this, we can't keep doing this. But Telos is gone, and she's going to have to run and catch up.
Luckily, you may not have to. When you get down into the bottom, the dancer in the dark is in a very, very bad way.
Yeah.
Her body
has
significantly deteriorated. Her flesh is peeling off, and you are seeing like large sections of skull and just like some patches of flesh. It looks like the smoke is drifting away, and she is having trouble holding herself together. Around you, all of the alchemical concoctions in this room, once again, that heavy smell is there, are starting to fizzle, pop, and explode at different points, right? Functionally, this is going to give her access to an extra attack, as well as the possibility of just ambient explosions. She can now start throwing around alchemical stuff. Mechanically, you all can also choose to do that too, if you would like. If you want to just start grabbing things and throwing them, that is...
That's quite funny.
That is
totally amazing.
Fine. Right? You're not exactly sure what you're going to do, so there's going to be a lot of randomness involved in that, but going forward. She looks towards you. When she speaks this time, her voice is less layered. In fact, you think it's just coming from her. All of the extra flair, the drama that was around this is fading away. And she says, I will not end today. As she rises up.
Nice.
Statements of intention, everybody.
Run forward and hit her with my axe. The air elemental straight up says it can blow arrows and other missile weapons, of course, so it's going to run defense for us and knock back any flasks that get chucked towards us.
Yes!
Brilliant. Rachel?
Your reign ends today, and we're going to default to that same damn thing.
Hell yeah.
Strike rank 12 and going at 35. And just as a side note, as a player and a storyteller, David, you are kicking ass with this air elemental. You are coming up with some of the most creative ways to use this thing, and I'm loving it as just as an audience member.
Just chuck.
But you're using it.
Well, let's see if we can survive. We can
Sorry,
use it
James.
again.
Sorry, I just had to get that compliment off.
No, please. I love it. I love it. It's great. It's awesome. The dancer in the dark is going to take off and fly towards the two of you, launching herself straight at you, hands trailing, mouth open, large fangs bared, and you will all meet in the middle. Alright, you're on strike rank 12. We cut movement because you're both charging at each other. She is on strike rank 9. Tell us.
Right, power roll.
Okay.
This thing gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You're the first one to arrive.
Yeah. Well.
Fail? Okay. Unfortunately, the terrifying Vizard is too much. You shouldn't be here. You don't want to be here. You are literally in a locked room surrounded by strange chemicals fighting the undead. This is about as unlike you as it gets.
Yeah, the bad spot. I want to kill it and go home for dinner. Yeah, I bet I'm still going to swing at it. Although, you know.
All right.
Not as accurately as I might have hoped. So I'm rolling under a 35.
It still makes a dodge. It attempts to avoid your strike.
Nowhere close. 93.
It fails too.
Well, look at us.
Yeah, you know, it kind of
Neither of
wheels,
us want to be here. Neither of us want to be
stumbling.
here.
Around you, the projectiles start to fire in, but the air elemental smashes them into the walls. You see these great explosions of like color and light, and this faint powder starts drifting down from above, but then it is whipped into the wind. Iracha, you were going to go next as this thing engages with you.
Okay. Power roll.
Yes, please. Oh no, you've made the power roll. You succeeded, so you're good. You don't need to make it.
I don't know why I keep trying to penalize myself with that. Okay. I'm rolling under a 51 at this point. 28.
28.
That's
okay,
good.
under a 51. That's a success. Okay. Diving forward, you managed to strike out, halving your roll because of the called blow. The dancer attempts to dodge. And is going to succeed, not a special, so just a regular success. And manages to dodge out of the way just by a tiny, tiny bit, and your blade misses, striking to the air. You're now all in the middle of the chaos as it dives down onto you. It's going to attempt to bite you again. You can parry, or you can attempt to dodge.
For the bite, she will parry.
All right, parry the bite. Fail for me on the attack.
Just a regular success on her. I'm not at the 50% anymore, right?
You're not at the 50%. You are at the full value.
I don't think it still doesn't matter. It's 43 under 102. That's still not enough.
No, I'm afraid not. But you will still succeed, and on a normal success against a failed. Sorry, you it's parry, not a dodge.
There's a parry.
The wrong way around. Normal attack versus normal parry versus a failed attack.
I think it's just
all right.
Nothing goes through, right?
Nothing goes through, but you are going to damage effectively her face as she tries to get into you.
Got it.
If it was just a straight, she'd kind of clang, nothing happens. But you got a level above, so you deal some damage. So roll your standard weapon damage, please.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
very
she's still
funny.
rolling damage. This is 4, 3, and 1. So 4 and 4 is 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, fantastic. Scratches across her, and you see her reel back, yelling. She is functionally. I'm treating her fangs as a weapon here, so she doesn't take the full amount. She is able to reduce it slightly, but you cut a massive scar across the one part of her face that is not currently a skull.
Get rid of the rest.
Her hand dives in. A second attack. This time, though, she is not targeting you with it, Iracha. You're in a three-way fight. She back swipes and tries to hit you, tell us.
I was going to say, she might want to be targeting me. I'm way easier to hit.
Yeah. So, hand swings around backwards.
Alrighty. Let's check the old numbers. What's the dodge look like? 6. 46. 53. Is this halved as well? Halved, right?
Parry, you're still terrified at first.
I'm dodging, but I think that'd be halved too, right? I'm all
you are terrified. I think that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Me too. Get my leg.
All right. Fail? Okay. So hand whips out. Doesn't really matter what the I do need to roll an actual attack for her. but she's going to succeed that, and is going to grab a hold of you. And although it does no damage, you immediately feel this like ice cold shoot into your body as it starts to pull powerfully your magic from you. You gasp.
I do.
Tell us. This attack goes straight through your arm. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Jesus.
1.
1. Okay. You reduce your magic points by 1.
Oh, I'm getting quite close. I've got 3 left.
Okay. Very bad things happen if this pulls you to 0.
Okay.
And you can see as well that she starts to kind of be bolstered and stronger as the magic flows into her, and she bares her teeth, her fangs, still sharp and strong. More bottles, more explosion. Air elemental continues to buff it. We are back up to the top. Statements of intention. The dancer is going to attack twice again. This time is going to actually probably maintain the same, going to keep draining you since she can feel that you're close. You have not much left. And she's going to attempt to bite at you, Iracha. We'll say, tell us, unlike the bite, which is a hit and latch, the hand, it drifts across you. And then, you pull away, and you're like, oh my god, and she goes again to try
that
and
was
get you.
weird, don't do that, yeah.
Yeah, stop, please.
Okay, hell yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to justify something stupid. Give me a minute. Everyone else proceed.
Iracha, you got an idea?
Iracha's same thing, straight
Same
forward.
again.
Same again.
Tried and true, called strike abdomen.
This thing's dodging everything anyway. And so I'm just basically baiting out the 20% of the dodge. So it doesn't matter. So I'm allowed to do something stupid. Anyway, I just want to grab this thing. I think I am genuinely bestial as well. I'm going to lunge for it. I'm going to try and just rip into it and bite it as well. And foregoing the hand axe, because I'm just going for the 20% anyway, kind of like we did on the previous assist. So same as that kick, I want to roll my, I guess, fist or grapple. As I just try and tear into it and tumble down onto the ground and create an opening for Iracha. So if possible, I'd like to do what I did last time with the kick, but using fist, I guess. If I succeed, reduce to 20%, and I'm assisting Iracha, so plus 20% to her attack.
Very happy with that. That is functionally what we'll do. So yes, use fist for this because grapple is its own mechanic. And we will.
Skill.
I believe that if you have stuff that can give you a bite skill,
it's my fist. No, it's my claws.
That's
Wolverine them.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we go up then. So tell us you're first.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, air elemental continues to play defense.
Oh yeah, air elementals. Yeah. So it's gonna stop those potions. That sounds bad news bears. All right. So power roll first. Weird to start succeeding now. Failure.
Okay. Contested. Success.
I bite her.
All right. Make for me your fist skill.
This could have gone easily for you. So 50 halved to
25.
Sorry, 55 halved to 27 because I've got agility, coordination. I'm very coordinated as I
coordination.
This ghost. Fail. 73.
Okay. Successful dodge though. So she has to attempt it. She attempts the dodge. So we now jump across to Iracha.
It's not her.
Sorry,
she going?
No, the dancer is
her.
twice. Dancer is next.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's tango.
Hand attack. The touch attack will go first. Another ghostly spectral caress coming your way.
Me?
You can parry or dodge. Yes, towards you. Tell us. Dodge. Okay.
Fail by a lot.
That is another success on her part. Reduce your magic points by another 1d4.
And I've got 3. And you said it's not good when this goes to 0, right?
It's not great.
Okay.
0 is okay. -1 is bad.
Okay, well, there's a chance. Can't show this to the camera easily because if I move it, it'll disconnect. I did it.
What are we looking at?
That's a 4.
Did it? You got the 4?
I'm at -1.
Fuck
Okay. Absolutely fantastic. All right. So you feel your magic being drained further and further and further from you. You start to try and pull back, but at the last second, something inside you just snaps away, and you feel as if you've completely lost control of yourself. Do you have any rune points remaining? Tell us.
Fucking God. No, I do not.
Okay.
Thank God.
Well, that might have been the only thing that was gonna help me out.
Okay. I am going to need to do a
Jim.
I'm doing a little bit of additional reading. Just give me time to do that. In the meantime, I'm going to make a bite attack against you, please, Iratia. Would you like to roll a parry, or would you like to roll a?
She'll parry the bite.
Cool.
Just a regular success.
Regular success against a. Once again, a regular to regular, so you are able to just knock that away. Meanwhile, Telos. So the first thing that happens is that as the extra energy is drawn out of you, you see this time the dancer is not just bolstered when she's getting magic points, she literally starts to heal, right?
Oh, God.
You are also going to take 1 point thus far of generic hit point damage.
Yep.
And that is not coming out of a specific hit location. That is just your default hit points being
Draining
reduced.
my essence.
And you are going the paralysis, the effect that she has on you, is going to grow. You become completely immobile. Functionally, you will lose your turn unless you can succeed an additional power check.
God damn it. All right. Well, they've gone well so far.
You succeeded the blocking of the bite. The caress has effectively taken you out of the fight. Telos, for at least the time being. Iracha, we will now go back up at the top of the term statements of intention. Telos, you can give me in a perfect world. And also around you, the bottles are continuing to, just quickly, the bottles are continuing to break and shatter stuff. You can say that in a perfect world where you do get to do something, what are you going to try and do?
What's
it was very unclear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wait. Iracha
Your
hasn't
attack,
gone this
what am I
round yet.
doing? I'm frantic.
No, you're good,
please.
you're good.
Hit me with your, or don't hit me. Hit me with
don't
your,
hit me.
Attack.
Did I get a plus 20 from Telos before he went?
Unfortunately, the fail is going to mean that you don't get the additional assist.
Perfect.
It'll still go down.
Okay. No, it's lower than this. I have to remember it's half. So she's rolling under 51 on this thing.
Here we go.
87.
Damn.
You know what the worst thing is? It also failed its dodge.
Ain't that some bullshit?
That might have been the time. Back up.
Mother.
Statements of intention. This thing is going to grab a hold of Telos with both attacks because Telos can currently not resist unless he passes a power check.
Now we're cooking. I presume we lose control of the air elemental as well. Unless it really just loves chucking bakers around.
I think
that might be what it wants to do.
I think bakers.
It's like Christmas for this thing.
The elemental has been commanded,
yes,
so it's like it's got its orders. That it's standing.
But I guess I can't adjust it to be like, spirit me away, elemental, save me.
I mean, there is a certain assumption where you would have been to the elemental follow me and protect me, kind of there's implied structures.
Well, the whole thing was kind of done pretty quick sticks, and I think we kind of haven't taken. I guess my understanding would be it's staying on beaker chucking duty, and kind of won't adapt unless someone else commands it or it fades. Or
I think that's entirely correct. Yes.
Awesome.
So, statements of intention. It's going for you. Tell us if you do manage to pass a power check. What would you like to do?
If I pass a power check, and it's moving to attack me, right?
Yeah, it's going to grab you, keep draining your magic, and bite you and start draining your blood.
I mean, what with sweet ass, I'll, come out of it just when it thinks it's got me, and I'll catch its hand and punch it in the neck. So I'll attack it, basically.
You attack it, and you attack again. You're saying here, not a.
Well, I don't think I have access to my weaponry at the moment. I think
dropped your weapon.
It. Yeah, I don't want to get it back. So I will. Yeah.
Right.
Unless can I justify like a ready defense, like get a little bonus on the parry?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with you giving yourself a plus 20% to like a dodge roll or to a parry roll.
Anyway,
yeah.
So.
All right.
But yes, I will go for
fine.
that. I will intend to live another day.
Okay. And Rachel, same game again.
No, I know what's tactically sound to do. It has worked the last 7 attacks, but what she's actually going to do is lean into her love of family, and whatever it's going to take for her this round, the only thing she wants focused on is spinning Telos out of this room. If that means she loses the attack, if that means she just takes a spot, but she will drop everything she has on just literally grabbing him and spinning him out of this room.
Okay, I love that. All right, if you forgo your attack and do everything, literally just body rush Telos, you will become the target. You will be able to resist as normal, but you will not be able to make any attacks. And Telos, you will be knocked sideways.
Sick.
Okay. Aracha, you rush. You knock Telos out of the way. Telos collapses sideways. The creature slams into you. Its bite attack goes. Bite attack fails.
Oh, parry? I can still. Okay, thank God. This is a 27, but I don't even remember what I'm rolling under. I was so stressed about Telos dying. I'm not doing the.
It won't be a special, but it'll still succeed. Once again, you will deal extra damage to it. So please roll your damage dice.
It's this +1.
This thing keeps on trying to bite your sword.
9 points.
Oh my god. So
Meow.
It dives in again, and you smash out, and this time you literally get head on against its cheek, and it staggers backwards. And now, as it is wounded, the last bit of face that it had left just drifts away into smoke. You very dramatically wounded it, and it's now just a skull with smoke drifting off it as it continues forward. If it hadn't regenerated that 1 hit point, that could have taken it out.
That's messed up.
But as it is, it swings out with its hand. It is still going to try and touch you. Please. I need another parry or a dodge, and you'll be reduced by 20%.
Gosh, she should really dodge, but we're just gonna go for another attack.
Hell yeah. There's a chance.
Oh, it's not low enough. It's 39, just a regular success.
Okay, regular success. To a regular success, you're still going to be able to avoid the roll. Telos, as we go across to you, you hit the ground. Iracha pushed you out of the way and sacrificed her own, safety for you. You can make a power roll, and given that you've been shoved sideways.
Stitched.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I'm Lilo. You're Stitch.
For sure.
Whichever one. You can make your power check. I mean, take a +20 here because genuinely,
Thank you,
Iracha is
James.
stepping in to sacrifice.
Can't roll under it anyway. All right, so +20. That gives me a bit. That's going to move me up to 80. So I should succeed at least. I really would love a special because then I could actually. Okay, success. 41.
Success. Okay, fantastic. You managed to.
Doesn't it charisma rolled me or whatever?
No, this is for you to be able to do something. This is for you getting your turn. So you break free of the paralysis, right? You managed to blink. Your turn was going to be all dodging, so you kind of stagger to your feet. We'll say that you're ready again. We're going to cycle back to the top. You do not currently have the paralysis that it has on you active, but you would still have the fear effect going. This thing is very badly hurt. As she looks around, she tries to speak now, but you don't hear anything. You can see the jaw clicking, but even the power given her given voice is fading as she settles in, and she is going to lunge one last time, a bite attack against you, touch attack against you. We'll see how it goes. I said one last time very finally because it feels like either way, either Telos is going down
Me?
Or, she is. So, here we go. Strike ranks and actions.
Raise you to the Hall of Judgment, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for my hand axe, so +5, and then whack it. So I'm coming in on 10. It's like
10?
Scoop
Hand
up
axe +5?
Actually, I've got a dagger. I'll switch to the sidearm and then just stab it in the eyes.
That's
Same result,
perfect.
but it's cool.
You say stab it in the eyes. Are you cord shotting or are you just attacking?
Just
All
attack
right.
it.
Attacking. Bridget.
She's gonna kill him is what Bridget is gonna do, and I'm talking about Telos right now. So there's this moment where she's like, you just came back from whatever your paralysis was, like retreat, fall back, run, do something. Looking across the room at him, she's probably not even seeing Telos anymore. She's probably seeing Telos at like 8 or 9, like kid version of Telos, and she's so pissed that he's not running because he's a stubborn little asshole and he's always been like that. And she doesn't quite know what to do right now. Does she knock him out of the way again? Can he survive another attack? And she's gonna have to make the choice to go for the kill. So she'll do the aimed attack one last time.
I love it. I love it. Now, you've been aiming for the abdomen previously. You've hit this thing's head twice because it's been biting you. Would you like to swap your aim attack to head?
Yeah, let's go for the head.
All right, fantastic. And let's go in. Tell us you'll be first.
I'm not sure I will be. I'm on 10 this time because I have to get a weapon out.
Oh, you did, of course. No, you will be because it does 2 attacks. Never mind.
Okay.
Yep. You're still gonna be first.
Damn it. Power roll. Success.
Oh, finally.
Well, no, but,
okay.
but then it charisma rolls and succeeds as
Yeah,
well.
it does.
So I've succeeded plenty.
We'll see. Nope, it succedes.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I go.
Manages to lock you out.
I feel strong
Almost
for just a
false,
moment, and then I go, no, I hate this thing. Just die
I hate
already.
this thing. Me
I hate
too.
this thing so much. All right, roll with my dagger. What's this number look like? It's cool as I'm ticking so many skills though. If I survive this, I'm gonna get so many new points. 25, 50, 55, down to 22.
55 will be down to 27. No?
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Even better, I'll have that.
Yeah, a couple extra
Stat.
points.
22. Would have got it anyway. Says success, but it can
Attempts
dodgy.
To dodge.
And it's rolling 100.
It doesn't roll 100, but it will succeed at dodge,
Yeah,
unfortunately. I'm so sorry, Telos.
That's
I want to give it to you.
It's got like
there.
70% or something high.
It's got 70.
Oh, I'm sure
Is
it's
it
obnoxious.
75? What did you say? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
High. Big number.
And with then its turn, Caress is going to go for you, Telos.
Gross.
Parry or dodge?
Dodge.
Hit me with it.
Oh, hey. It's halved.
I actually registered I shouldn't have done that because I'm using functionally the demoralize spell to go here, so dodge shouldn't have been done. Yeah,
In
so
that case,
no, you
succeed.
okay, succeed as well here, but that means that you are able to dodge back, leaning
Thank
away as the
God.
hand trails across you. Bite comes in for you. Iracha, it will be a success.
Parry, McParry. Ooh, this is
Now
not a half.
available at your
Regular
local.
success.
Parry McParries, yeah.
Parry McParry's. Just regular success here.
Regular success against, once again, a regular success. No additional damage done, but you managed to knock back the bite. No special success, the damage in the darkness, and now you can make your attack. The dancer will attempt to dodge.
All right, guys, going under 51.
Here we go.
45.
45.
Yeah, but how does she do on this dodge?
It's
God.
good, not great. She is going to successfully dodge, I'm afraid.
Got
So
Okay.
she's not taking you out, but she's going to, by a hair, by just a hair, manage to dart back, at this point. I want to throw out something here. So she staggers backwards from you, and you can see everyone now at this point is exhausted. The two of you are coming forward. Tell us you're still one away, but neither of you are at full strength, but you're definitely a lot better than
What am I
her.
one away? One away what?
From a caress. If she hits you with the touch, you're paralyzed again.
Yes.
And she is at this point just looking, her eyes are sort of darting out, darting away. She's seen the writing on the wall here. Functionally, she knows she's trapped. Mm-hmm. She knows that if she stays, she is going to die. And at a certain point, all of the rage, all of the everything, there's a certain point where she would just run. She turns towards the two of you, tries to speak one last time. Her skull is going to creak and crack. You maybe hear one word in a language you don't entirely understand, and then her statement of intention for the turn is she, on strike rank 12, is going to raise up her arms, and she's going to vanish into
one last
mist
shot
and smoke.
Boss mode.
We will see if you can successfully get her or not. We don't have unlimited time, and neither would Telos or Iracha, because she can call in others. We'll see whether you can get it. What are your statements of intention?
So is the understand that she will not be attempting to dodge and stuff? She's just gonna yield.
No, she is going to attempt to dodge. She will dodge away. She's not going to attack. Is what she's not going to do.
Noted. All right. Well, if we can have the air elemental lend us a hand.
You can. That does mean that there'll be some damage, ambient damage from the room, but that's fine. She won't throw something. There'll just be some explosions that sort of go off.
Sure, I'm not sure about that. Let's try and have the air elemental reduce her dodge, if that's all right. Kind of get in her way and limit her options. Is that okay?
Totally happy with that. We'll put a reduction on her dodge as if it's attacked her, so 20% down.
And then I will also make an aimed shot at its head.
There we go.
Okay, aim shot at head, the two of you.
Yep.
So the air elemental dives in, reduces the dodge by 20, bringing it down from 75 to 55. Iracha, tell us who of you wants to go first. At this point, I'm happy to just say it's your call.
I'll go first. You deal more damage, so it's the better one to actually connect with.
I think you can still kill her, though. I think she's just like 1 or 2.
We'll see. I'm also... all right, power roll. Watch me get... No, failed. I was like, watch it happen right at the end. No, nowhere close. 90. Okay.
You failed too.
I stab it in the eye socket of the...
Diving forward.
Tackling bow. Actually, not tackling. She's fleeing, coward.
She will dodge.
27.
She rolls a 91, which is a fail.
I rolled a 41.
And you can dive in. Before we get the description...
No, I failed as well.
Oh, you failed as well?
Yeah, I rolled a
sorry.
41. I'm 27. I failed as well.
No, yeah, you dive forward, but she's too... But you, basically, just as the air elemental gets to her, all of the wind in the building drops, and then there's this rain of glass and chemicals.
Oh, no.
We're going to come out of this with some acid burns or some shit.
Yeah, and you smash sideways. Iracha, comes down to you. She's got reduction of 40 now, down from 75 to 35. She will fail.
Oh, mine was a cold shot
really
too.
don't
I
want
had
to
to
deal
roll
with her
an
sloppy
11 or
self.
something.
Oh yeah, that would have been hectic as hell.
Well, for what it's worth, I rolled a D10 and a D8.
Okay, well that would mean
That's always
we
good
need
times.
the D100 for the full success.
We sure do. She rolled a 95.
God
Oh
damn.
my god.
Goodbye,
You
ghost.
sprint forward and you go to strike, and once again, just in the chaos as you sweep, she, by blind luck, manages to dart away. She lunges to the side, looks up towards the two of you, raises both her hands. This being whose name you have come to know as the elements of death that you fear the most, repeats that same word again. She knows who you are. She knows your names, and she knows, you know, rather, that she is not done with you. With that, standing amongst the falling glass and powder, she will raise her hands and vanish off.
Does she actually go to the spirit, whatever, or is she turning into smoke?
She is turning into smoke mechanically.
Any chance the air elemental could just flip and gust the shit out of it?
Why don't you make an air rune check, and we'll see.
You know what? I realize more interesting to come back as well. That feels like a bit of a cheap one right at the end. I'm not desperate.
You know what? You've given me a different idea. Make the check. It might not just incorporate her, but
if I've just talked myself out of a sweet recurring villain, James, I'm gonna be furious.
You haven't talked yourself out of a sweet recurring villain, but what you might be able to do is talk yourself into like a tracker, basically, so you know where she's gone.
Cool. I failed.
You failed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you might be able to get more information from it later, but as the air elemental dives through, the smoke is already gone. It is already dispersed, and it is already trailing away. The two of you are left in the the twinkling twilight of broken shards of glass that are falling around you. There's still pops about as the creature goes, but the two of you will catch your breath and be left there, the fight and the enemy just slipping between your fingers. Congratulations!
We did it!
Sort of. Of the many endings I had thought of, this was not one of the ones I thought was very, very likely. But the dancers in the dark are resourceful. They can travel far, and they are also powerful and ancient sorceresses. They will reappear, and they will be able to come back and seek some kind of revenge against you. That said, this tower, this place, and this influence in the upland marsh is going to be gone. Whatever aspirations this dancer had of setting themselves free or against whatever being in the center of the swamp it kept referring to are absolutely dashed. The two of you will be left in the tower, and bit by bit, dramatically over the next minutes, hours, days, the control and the number of the undead in the upland marsh are going to lessen. Those that are wandering around are going to suddenly, with a much sharper and more militaristic precision, have control reasserted upon them. And they will turn back and they will head very precisely, stepping over obstacles and wandering, mechanically back into the depths of the swamp where the other thing resides. This dancer is gone for the time being, and the rebellious influence that she had has left. I heard last time the two of you said you were going to burn down this place.
Yeah, it's got kind of a not good feel to it.
Are you going to try and salvage some stuff that could potentially play a role in like future seasons? Do you pick up a bundle of evil research, like the writings of the dancer, or is this a comprehensive one? Comprehensive destruction. Either is fine. I'm just curious.
My instinct was burn everything down until it escaped, and now it's kind of like maybe we need to learn about it because it's gonna. Now we've probably achieved here is we've really pissed it off, and it's gonna target us and our village way more than it would have normally. So maybe this is the justification we need to grab a bunch of cool, messed up magic stuff that we will in future come to regret. Sorry,
Aratia agrees.
Yeah, hell
Her
yeah.
biggest concern right now, and probably the phrase she keeps whispering in and out of like the next few seconds to the next week, she knows where we live.
Yeah.
She knows where we live. She knows where we live. She knows the village. We can't burn anything that's going to give us a potential leverage on her. We have to keep it all.
Hell yes. Yeah. I think we grab scrolls and as much as we can carry. And we'll leave this place. I think we also we leave the traps on the door and stuff, and possibly it's maybe we come back here later and can grab some more,
Yeah.
and now there's this cursed, messed up tower just still existing.
So
out there.
you don't burn this place down at all. You grab everything you can and you head back out. You've answered some questions, but you have so many more. The Dancer in the Darkness wanted heroes. Heroes are important in Glorantha, and they will decide the fates of the coming most important years that have defined and shaped everything in Dragon Path. If she can find heroes, she can find the collection of you, or if she can find other people, she will be able to influence things dramatically in her favor. And there are heroes out there that she can speak to. Dancers in the Darkness are powerful sorceresses. They are able to share magic with the chaos adjacent sorcerers of the Lunar Empire, who are also the sworn enemies of your village, although there are also threats closer to home. Who knows if, when the tribal feud between your clan and the Orlevin clan comes to a head, Dancer in the Darkness might just be able to offer a little bit of power to one or two, up-and-comers. You can't help but wondering, scribe.
So petty. That's next level petty.
Where could this go? Or, other threats from afar, all kinds of problems.
Yeah, might this one.
Fundamentally is the problem with heroes. Well, although you can save things, you create more threats. The two of you are going to be able to head back towards your village, where you will be able to think of what plan comes next. When you return, you will hear about other problems that are already affecting Oakton. And you may have you may have to reach out to old allies or centaurs, or go and seek out new ones, but that's all going to be a story for another time, for 2023, when we come back with more RuneQuest. And with that, Dave and Bridget, thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I
think we successfully made things worse.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We completely changed the playing field, and it is not in our advantage.
She was just like messing with that little village, and I was just like, I hate those guys. I'm gonna do everything in my power to ruin it for them. And she's probably not gonna sit in a nice evil tower for us to go and find next time.
Yeah. That was she knows she doesn't have the upper hand, although you have significantly set back her plans. Anyway, great job, the two of you. Dave, I know you didn't lose a limb, but do you want to get like a cool ghostly scar mark thing where the hand touched you?
That's my leg. You had to grab for it.
Oh, it's on your leg.
Yeah, it's like a white spectral thing. Yeah, it was sweet as ghost touch.
Before we
wish I lost a limb. How cool would that have been?
It would have been. Before we close off, can I get like a final little epilogue from the two of you? Basically what your state, like, imagine given from the perspective of, as the two of you trudging with your stuff gathered now, go back over the lands that you originally entered the swamp in. You're finally out of the marsh. What is on your mind? What is your perspective on this? What is your plans going forward personally?
Well,
we're so fucked.
Yeah, it didn't go great. Look, that's not our best one. I mean, when we first came out here, it was kind of like, okay, we've heard the name Dancing in Darkness, and it's a bunch of undead. That's not great. Let's nip that in the bud. And then we'll look on to the next thing. Like, I was planning on going and doing a great hunt and devoting it to Yinkin. That would have been sweet as. But I think this is the first time we've kind of touched on that next stage of, like, spirity goodness and magical power that is so hard to understand. And we originally came out here seeking a Humakdi, like, rune lord or whatever, and we found the priest, which was very powerful and very practical, but there's still just such a lack of knowledge. And so I think the idea of pursuing the Great Hunt is probably abandoned in favor of some more study. Like, I think we need to see, might be time to learn how to read, so that we can understand the scrolls we've got. And I think it's probably beginning, plan to, like, seek out wise people and get the upper hand that way, rather than just charging straight into the next dreary swamp we find to kick the shit out of the occupants.
The next scenario then might take you over to the cult of Lancor Me, who are also powerful sorceresses and who have mastery over all kinds of abilities related to knowledge and understanding. Fantastic. Bridget, what about you?
As disappointed as Iratia is feeling, her fear has been kicked up to a whole new level. Like, this is on a whole different spectrum at this point. This should be a triumphant moment, because you said after days and weeks that, like, you know, the Undead retreat, the marshes begin to change, and that should be something worth celebrating. But I think when Iratia gets back to Oakton, she is going to be unmercifully strict, that there will be no stories told, there will be no songs sang, that we are in a new season. And she's going to have to agree with Telos. At this point, it's going to be as much aggressive information gathering as she possibly can. I don't think she will tell Oakton what happened. I don't think she's going to tell them about the incoming threat. I don't think she's going to tell them about the dancer. I think she's going to be very close-lipped about that entire situation, which is probably going to wind up screwing her later. But as of right now, there's no stories, nothing saying. It's very sterile.
You have a responsibility for the people in the village, and maybe the best way to protect them is to be able to shelter them from all of this. But, you know, can you keep them uninvolved? We'll see. All the classic stories of heroes. And with that, yeah, I think we'll finish things up. Thank you so much. Once again, the two of you. Thank you to everybody who's watching the stream here today, who has been watching the stream in the past, and thank you to everybody who is joining us on YouTube, in chat, on our Discord, and all of the people who've been supporting us. Really, really appreciate it. We will be back, and keep an eye on Chaosium's socials at some point. Remember, you can pick up the RuneQuest starter set, which I have just over there, as well as the RuneQuest core rulebook from Chaosium.com or from your friendly local game store. Bridget, where can people find you online?
Yeah. I'll do the massive information dump. Again, my name is Bridget Jeffries. If you are interested for writing for one of Chaosium's community content programs, again, that is Call of Cthulhu, RuneQuest, 7th Sea, and very soon Pendragon, feel free to email me. That is Bridget@Chaosium.com. So bridge that you walk across with 2 T's at Chaosium.com. If I'm not running around the content creator program with Chaosium, I own Symphony Entertainment. You can find me over there at symphonyentertainment.com. That is my company that focuses on all horror tabletop role-playing games. So whether that is coaching, live plays, podcasts, publishing, there's a bunch of fun stuff over there. Actually, tomorrow, that's a lie. Today's Monday in America. On Wednesday night, over on Symphony Entertainment's Twitch, I'll actually be running a Regency Cthulhu sampler.
Oh, hell yeah.
It'll be a quick 2.5-hour game, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to have the rules very forward-facing. So it will be an actual play, but we will dive into some additional era support on things that you can expect from, like, gender roles and what was going on at the time, along with, like, this really cool, sexy reputation mechanic, if you haven't seen it. Some of the new skills that they have rolled out, which is everything from reassure to astronomy to drive carriage. We're going to explore a lot of those things in a very quick forward-facing game. So that'll be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on, my dog's in the background, love them, over on Symphony's Twitch, which would be twitch.tv/Symphony Entertainment. And the very last thing I'm just going to throw out here really fast, Chaosium Con is coming back for the second year in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The dates for that are going to be April 13th through April 16th. So again, April 13th through April 16th in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We just opened the hotel blocks last week. Mwah, chef's kiss on the rate. Rick and Ma put their foot into that rate. So definitely book your hotel, get your badge. And if you want more information, if you just Google Chaosium Con 2023, it'll populate, or go to Chaosium's website and you'll be able to see it there.
Good flag.
Brilliant. Perfect. Dave, you give a similarly detailed and extensive dump of information?
Absolutely not. And how dare you insinuate that I might? Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. You can find me online at Good Ship Fun Trip and all over the YouTube channel, running different games. Really looking forward to the content we'll put out in the new year. So if you want to be involved, hop in the Discord, let us know what you might like to see. And as always, check out the YouTube channel and look at all the, the things we've done previously. It's all cracking content and great, good fun.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, everybody.
Cheers,
Have
Jimbo.
a great end of the year. See you later.
Happy New Year.
Catch ya.